Question 4. The curve of the equation y equals 2 ln 8 minus x meets the line y equals x at single point x equals a. Part A showed that a lies between 3 and 4. So we've got our two lines here, and if they intersect, this is going to be where 2 ln 8 minus x is equal to x. So rearranging that, we get 2 ln 8 minus x take away x is equal to 0. So if we call that f of x, then we can say that f of 3, by subbing that value in, will give us a value of 0.22. f of 4 will give us a negative value of minus 1.23. And then we need to remember the concluding sentence of there is a change of sign. And therefore a root. Now for part B, we've got an iteration formula here. In an attempt to find an approximation for A, using the graph and starting with x1 is equal to 4, determine whether or not this iteration formula can be used to find an approximation for A, justifying your answer. Now the key thing here, it says using the graph and starting with x1 equals 4. Determine whether or not this iteration can be used to find an approximation or not. So for part B, if we look at our values for x1 is 4, and then by plugging this into the calculator, we get x2 is 2.77, x3 is 3.31, x4 is 3.09, x5 is 3.18, x6 is 3.14. And what we see is, if we look at the graph, we'd start off at 4. So we start off here, and then we move across to 2.77, and then we ended up at 3.31, and so we'd end up with a small little cobweb diagram there, converging on that route.